Armed with a metal pot and spoon, this man is sending a message to protesters. The noise, he says, is like the honking horns. The city's interim police chief promises he will have his back.
Our goal is to actually give the streets of Ottawa back to the community that own it and deserve it.
Barraged by the noise, residents have felt under siege for 21 days. They've faced harassment. Some say the protesters are intimidating and limiting their freedom.
Being an elementary school teacher and people bringing their children into these areas is a concern to me. And also just the public, right? And if there's violence happening, how are we able to get around it and get on with our lives?
Livelihoods are at stake for downtown businesses. This restaurant's recovery was crippled when the Convoy rolled into town just as pandemic restrictions were lifting.
It just paralyzed us, and so we couldn't open our doors because our staff were terrified to come to work. Our guests were terrified to come downtown.
As police begin their arrests, some residents are hoping to impose financial pain. Residents, businesses, and workers are suing the so-called Freedom Convoy's organizers for more than $300 million. This 21-year-old launched the lawsuit.
The fact of the matter is that this has gone on far too long and it needs to end. I can only hope that it won't come to violence.
Residents' faith in law and order has been shaken, not just by the prolonged occupation, but by the resignation of the police chief and the removal of the chair of the police board in a chaotic city council meeting. Many feel mass arrests and confrontations could have been avoided if decisive action was taken earlier. Judy Trin, CBC News, Ottawa.